Good day, everyone. Eskom has put out a public statement today based on media reports and social media reports flying around saying that there's an imminent system collapse that will happen on the Eskom grid. And Eskom has said in no uncertain terms that there's so many very specific, not just plans but actions, automatic actions, manual actions in place to prevent the grid from collapsing, that there is no imminent anything like that. And I've explained this in the past, and it's actually sad that Eskom has to go out and make a public statement like that, because the people making statements like that have no knowledge of the actual topic or the subject at all. Now, it's not impossible for a grid to collapse. The smaller the grid becomes, the more likely it is. However, Eskom is absolutely 100% correct that many things need to fall into place for that to be possible, and we don't meet those requirements right now. So the grid can get smaller and smaller as load shedding takes place, which is a part of what Eskom does to actually stop us from a grid collapse. Load shedding is part of that. Load shedding is not a normal thing, and the fact that municipalities are taking part in it, and the fact that it's happening frequently and almost non-stop, doesn't mean that it's still not an emergency action. It's exactly what it is. It's to stabilize the grid and stop the grid from collapsing. And as long as our national control, which are very competent people, keep on doing the job the way that they are, there will be no grid collapse. And this is important to understand. So any people telling you that you can predict a grid collapse by a specific date or anything like that, they don't know what they're talking about. It's fear-mongering. And in the meantime, what I advise people to do is to be prepared for any eventuality, which includes having alternative energy sources. And the people that have done that since I've asked them to do it 3 years ago have thanked me and said, thank you, we've taken action back then, and now we can live with the fruits of that. So being able to have your own electricity and energy, whether it's for cooking or heating or whatever, or light, you can use gas for that, of course. The fact that you have that is a blessing in your life. It's not a huge problem. It's wonderful to actually have backups, and it should be a normal part of self-reliant life. You know, people that make a big stink of what is happening in the country right now, I can show you one wonderful thing that's come from this. People have become more self-reliant across South Africa. They might be miffed about it, they might be upset about it, but it's made us closer to being able to weather more storms, and it makes the people of South Africa very resilient and more self-reliant.